To me, we really haven't had a completely successful test of this equipment.
I blame myself.
So do I.
Well, no sense worrying about it now.
Why worry? Each of us is wearing an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on his back.
Yeah. Let's get ready. Switch me on. I don't think you're crazy.
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
What is up, ghost heads? It's been a while. I agree. Welcome to another edition of the Ghostheads Radio Show. I am your host, Ted, aka Steady. If you're in the chat, say what's up. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to catch up for a little bit, tell you guys what we've been doing, and also have a great show for you guys because we are getting back into the grind. It is all about the annual nationwide Ghostbusters Toy Drive 2024. We have two incredible teams that we're going to be talking to later on in the show. And it's sort of a jumping off point if you are a franchise that has done toy drives in the past and you're all set, fantastic. If you're a franchise that wants to do a toy drive, or if you're a franchise that wants to do more this year or this season with regards to being a part or starting your Ghostbusters toy drive, this is the show to watch because we're going to be talking to groups who've been doing it for a while and who've been doing it extremely well. And there's a lot of pros and cons to it. There's a lot of tips and tricks to it. There's a lot of ways to get ahead. And we want every chapter across the U.S. and more to get involved if they want to. So that's what it's all about. Before we do that, I want to say what's up to the folks in the chat. Sue Empire in the house. Hashtag Team Terry. What's going on? How's it going, Terry? Good to see you guys. And wishing Bryce out there, wishing him a speedy recovery. I know he's going through a lot right now. And I won't get into specifics, but I know that he needs a lot of our thoughts and our prayers for him, because I need him to get back on his feet and get out there and putting on his suit and doing all the things that Bryce loves to do. So my thoughts are with Bryce, and just hopefully he recovers swiftly and can get back out on the road. But hello to the Sioux Empire. You guys are awesome. Again, this show is all about the 2024 Ghostbusters Toy Drive. And we're going to be updating you kind folks with everything that's going on right now. And also, I'll bring up a recap in a few minutes here about what we did last year, because that's going to be very important. But let's get everybody caught up to speed about what's going on. So, if you haven't started, don't even worry about it. You weren't needing to start right away. It's okay if you haven't started right away, but Toy Drive is in full effect, and we want everybody to get all the information and know kind of what all the other teams are doing, how we're organizing things better this year, and what steps are best to take along the way. So, if you are a chapter that is participating or you're doing, doesn't have to be a toy drive, because we have a lot of groups that are also collecting monetary donations, and those funds are going to a charity of their choice and stuff like that. That's completely fine. So let me just bring this up real quick. One of the new changes this year is that we are organizing this as much as possible. So my good friend Ryan and his his nerdy team over there in New York, they are utilizing the whoyougonnacall.org website, which is the website that they created to sort of organize all the active chapters across the US and some in other countries. and they've housed all their information, what they're about, what they do, what services they provide, and all that good stuff. So they added a secondary function, which is fantastic. The Ghostbusters Toy Drive has its own page on whoyougonacall.org. Should I type that out? I should probably type that out. Whoyougonacall.org. Awesome. So whoyougonacall.org. You go to the site. You're gonna at the very top there is this Ghostbusters Toy Drive sort of title here. You click on that, and then this is where your team can send all your information pertaining to your activities this winter. If you're collecting toys, you talk about where you're collecting the toys. You are collecting money. How are you collecting money? If it's on like a website or something, you put the information to that website here. So like we already have a bunch of teams that have already done a great job of putting their information on the site. It's a one-stop shop. It's not only for other chapters to get information about what other teams are doing in their area, but also where folks, your followers, your fans, your community can go to get up-to-date information about what you guys are doing in your neighborhoods and in your community. So Fort Collins, already on, you're doing a great job. Clothes, Pony, and Dandelion Toys, Monday the 18th through Sunday the 15th. Look at this. All the chapters involved, the beneficiaries of said toys. Longmount here. Circle City, our friends at Circle City. Rise and Roll Bakery, Boys and Girls Club of America, the beneficiaries. Dates, locations, website, all that information, even instructions. Drop off unopened toys for the kids at the Boys and Girls Club in Indianapolis. The Circle City Ghostbusters are collecting until December 15th and dropping off on December 17th. So let's go ahead and go through this bad boy here. Very simple, not too difficult at all. We want to list your toy drive info on whoyougonacall.org. Fill out the form, each physical and virtual toy drive you are partaking in. Physical meaning you're going out and about to your community and collecting toys directly. Virtual in case you're just obtaining monetary donations and you have like a QR code or you have like a site where folks can go and send you guys money, $5, $10, $15, whatever. Email, blah blah blah, if you want to do that. Record your email by clicking that. Franchise, your name here. Charity donating to your beneficiaries here, I believe. List each event here. So be sure to include if it's a virtual event or an in-person one. Include the start date, time, and end date time for each. For in-person, include full address. For any related links, include any additional details for each event. You can also, if you want to copy the responses, you click that. So take you 5 minutes, probably less if you guys want to. You guys can see this okay? I don't know if it's too small or not on the screen, but let me switch this. It's slightly better. So this is the form to fill out your activities for your winter toy drive. Bryce, hey buddy, heard you talking smack about me just now. So I had to come in here and set you straight. Sorry I'm late to the party. Sue Empire, Ghostbusters, hashtag Team Terry. Just wishing you speed recovery, sir. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Back. So the form, very simple. Take you 5 minutes or less to put in all the information. If there's anything additional you feel like should be captured on here, by all means, let us know and we'll take care of that for you guys. But that is that. And again, all of this is found on the website whoyougonacall.org. All righty. Now, what am I doing, you ask? I, the Ghostheads Radio Show is still as active with the toy drive as ever. Last year, we did weekly streams where we talked to chapters about their activities and we sort of tabulated their final counts when all of their donation and charity and toy drive activities were done. So last year, let's talk about that. I'm glad you asked. In total, all like 50 chapters combined collected 8,397 toys and raised over $18,200, nearly 300, nearly $18,300 across 50 teams across the US, which is incredible, fantastic. It is the most combined toys money raised in every since we've done it, since it started. What, this is the fourth year, so 3 years ago since it started. So what we're doing is we are again getting involved with talking with teams each and every week to find out, how they're doing, talk about their success stories, and we want them to let us know what their final count was. And if you're collecting toys, great. If you're collecting money, also great. So we're keeping it simple, and we're doing basically the same thing. We're going to be needing and requiring your guys' information with. Let me switch this again. Your information on how you guys did. So there's another Google form. This is going to be sent out at a later date, and it's all it requires is an email for your group, the name of your chapter, and you fill out one of these, not both. You fill out one. It's going to be either a final toy count or a final monetary donation count, or final monetary. I'll change that wording. And then the very last part down here, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, is would you like to participate in a chapter compilation video where you reveal your team's final count and charity beneficiaries? That is because last year we did a compilation where we took like 20 videos from chapters, and they talked about what their team raised or what their team collected. They talked about where everything went. They showed video clips or they showed photos from them dropping off their donations, and they just wished everybody Merry Christmas. It was a fantastic video. We still have the stream up on our YouTube channel if you want to go check it out at Countdown to the Geeks at Countdown to the Geeks YouTube channel. And we want to do the same thing this year. So if you would like to participate in the video compilation, you just click yes, and I'll send you guys an email about it. If not, you just say no, thank you, and no harm, no foul. We'll just go ahead and won't even worry about that. So we're trying to make it as easy and as organized this year as possible. If you guys want to have a toy jar, if you guys want to be active this holiday season, and you don't have any ideas, reach out. Reach out to me. Reach out to any one of the teams I'm going to talk to today. Reach out to the NYC Ghostbusters and Ryan Espin, who's up there in the Northeast, and let's just chat. Let's just chat about what you want to do, your ideas, what time you have, what resources you guys have. And honestly, I tell this to every team every single year. It doesn't have to be as big of a commitment as you think it is. For example, my team up here in San Antonio, down here in San Antonio, we have usually about 4 or 5 locations. Take a box, we decorate it, have flyers on it, and we put it in different areas. We put one in our favorite comic book shop over here that's a few miles away from me. There's another one at a toy store on the other side of town. There's another one at an Andretti's go-karts and racing facility where they have the Ghostbusters VR game there. And we had one at a church facility that was around the central area in town, and that's pretty much it. people go drop off toys. We would go and pick them up. Usually we had a call from those said facilities and they say, hey, your toys are overflowing out of the box. And we're like, great, we'll be right there. We'll pick it up. So if you get an opportunity, if you can't go out there once a weekend or once a week or once every couple of weeks to sort of help drive some awareness to your toy drive by putting on a flight suit, standing outside, waving people down in their cars, just put out a box, put the information out on your social media, and let it spread. Let it spread. Let people see it, find it, and that's the if that's the very least you can do, it's better than nothing. And you might be surprised on how well it does. Okay. If you have any questions, be sure to throw them in the chat. And Bryce, I see you're coming here. Thanks, Steady. I have a home health and safety assessment tomorrow, hopefully. And if all goes well, I think they will be finally releasing me back into the wild. Scary thought, isn't it? Oh man. I'm glad you're in great spirits, my friend. Again, wishing you a speedy recovery. And I'm sure the Sioux Empire wants you back and active. So glad to hear you're in good spirits, man. I know I've mentioned things like this to the Sioux Empire Ghostbusters. We're just getting started, and I know we have some things on the menu right now. So if we don't get to sometime this year, hopefully next year. And I feel you. And if it doesn't work out this year, that's quite all right. Hope you guys don't feel disappointed at all. But if you have a chance, an opportunity, throw a box, put it together, throw it somewhere, let it sit there, and just see what happens. I think it could be great. All right. Without further ado, we have some chapters to talk to. So first up from the Central Michigan team, Mr. Bob Fleming. What's going on, sir?
Yeah. Yeah, it's back. Good to be back on here. You were
Right?
talking about that video, and that we did last year, and I was like, there was a video last year, and as you kept talking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I did
We
that.
did do that.
It's amazing, how much can change in a year, and you know, you don't remember what you had for breakfast, and then you're like, oh yeah, that was a year ago. I remember that now. I did it with my daughter Sophie, and we were just so excited, and it was actually pretty cool. And
Yeah.
I did the forum stuff. I think Norman's doing one of them because there was you know group information with like when it was founded, and stuff like that, and I was like, that's a Norman thing. I don't know. That was before my time. But there was like three different forms. One was for like a Ghostbuster database type of thing, which the Cherryland, the GBMI, and Detroit, and all that stuff, they're a part of that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want to do that. I want to be a part of that because, me and Ryan, I was like, Ryan, this is what I'm doing. And he was like, add it. And I was like, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely, sir. You know what? I was looking for the Central team on the website. Have you guys submitted to be on the website yet
Yeah,
or no?
that's what I was talking about. I sent it to Norman, and I was like, "There's
Oh,
some
I see.
information there I don't know, don't remember, and this seems like a you thing." And I was like, "Here you go."
Yeah, we need to get that taken care of ASAP. We need to expedite that as quickly as possible. Get you guys on there.
Yeah, because I'm important, right?
Absolutely. Of course.
What?
Everybody knows
What's
that.
with the voice on that?
Let's see here, man. You had sent me a few items that I want to share. So let me pull that up right now. And you can talk to us about what you guys are doing. What you
Well,
guys
you
are
were
doing
like,
this.
let's talk about your goals, and I was like, dude, I just want off the ground. That's pretty much the thing. Like if I can, get one gift for each of the kids, that's my goal. But whenever I do these drives, and I was just like reminiscing about it. If you look on the Ecto 4A Facebook page, I shared that flyer right there that was made by my cousin Tish, and hashtag, what is the word I'm looking for? Hashtag, about time, basically. My cousin finally married her after so long. And I was like, why is this not a thing? And, they're like, we're waiting for the right time. And I was like, uh-huh. But anyway, she made that. And I was so happy with that. Usually I try to stay away from all the black. And my treasurer, Mike, he understands how much black is on there now. But yeah, I was looking, I got 150 flyers printed out, and I was looking for
Wow.
different places to print them out. And I kept talking to my treasurer. I was like, this is what the price is here, but this is what the price is here. And he goes, I don't like any of those prices are high. And I was like, okay, if you have any alternatives, let me know and we'll talk about it. And he goes, I'm probably just going to print them out myself. Because
You
he
did,
owns
right?
the Undercroft. He can do what he wants.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. He's got it good then.
And he's on that list. He's on the bottom because she alphabetized that list. And, just pointing out this list right here, like the first drive that we did 3 years ago when Ecto 4A first started, it was just a car with a magnet on it that I had the original patch I had on my suit. I bought from Amazon and then put it in the car. And I was like, yeah, there's probably copyright to that, but it's fine for now. and then me and Tim, figured out this. Well, not that one. This one. Me and
Yep.
Tim figured that out, and he put it all together. Tim has been a little distant. He's been your Matty basically. He's been a little distant, and he's still trying to participate. But he's the one that put together the logo. He's he's holding on. I'm the co-owner of this nonprofit organization. We actually filed and became a nonprofit organization about July this year.
Congrats,
And
man.
I told Tim, I said, okay, I'm going to fill out this paperwork. You can't run away from me now. So he was like, okay. I said, everything has led up to this. But, like I said, I was reminiscing because, the first flyer I shared on my Facebook page here recently, the first flyer, it was one location. We only had one location, and at the time, in my head, because I didn't know, we had one place we were donating to,
Yeah.
but it was actually two, and they just didn't tell me that until the
Oh,
next year. But yeah, it's two in one building
I
is what
gotcha.
it was. The My Michigan Health, there's two different ones. They were in one building. Now they're kind of separated in two different buildings because they outgrew, their building.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's a progression thing. And I was talking to Mike, I was like, I can't believe it's went from one location to and one receiving entity to now look at that flyer. There's 11 locations on there. We're helping 4 different centers, and we have 2 Five Belows that are helping us host Phil the Ecto events. Now, it might be a little controversial because there's a lot of, like, this is all for Midland. Those My Michigan Health, BF Autism Center, and Game Changers, these are all Midland. There is one in there for Bay City. I'm trying to help out as many people as I can. And the other Five Below is actually in Saginaw. And the way that worked was our original manager, where we started the drive with at Five Below in Midland, she ended up getting moved to Saginaw. And I'm not trying to say anything bad about Five Below. They're wonderful. They love us. We love them. But there was a little confusion after she had moved to Saginaw in Midland. And so I had spoke to her because I was like, you're my manager type of thing.
Okay.
And I was like, let's do a drive. So there was another manager, that was in the Midland location. He understood it. He still let it go on last year, but he understood partially to a certain extent. And so I was talking to our original manager, Ashley, in Saginaw, and I was like, I really don't want to, but maybe we should just move that portion of the drive to Saginaw because you understand and everything from the beginning. And so I reached out to her, and I couldn't talk to her. She's on maternity leave, which is cool. So I talked to her team, and they were explaining to me, well, so and so is the manager in Midland now, and I was like, do I know that person? Yeah, then that person's waiting for your phone call, and I was like, oh, okay. So I called up the Midland one, and she recognized me, and we talked, and she's like, okay, when are you going to set up? And I was like, all right, let's do 2 different Five Belows this time. So we're still going with the same Five Below that we started with. We're still going, with some of those names on that list are recognizable because we've used them in other drives such as Modern Explorers Guild. This is like number 3 for them. They help with the school supply drive. They help with the toy drive, and and the Undercroft. This is like their 3rd one, which obviously that guy is my treasurer, so he feels obligated to do it, I guess. But so yeah, and then some of the new ones like Ray's Bike Shop in Midland, we worked with their partners, I guess, like another one of their stores in Bay City for the school supply drive. And the school supply drive, we broke up into 4 different cities, helping 4 different schools. And we used Ray's over there. We used Cashman Comics over there, and Cashman Comics is back again to help out, getting more gifts as much as we can. Cozy Cats Cafe has helped us on the
A lot.
I think Cozy Cats Cafe, they joined us last year for the toy drive, and they're still here. They helped us for the school supply drive as well, and she told me that the groups that are, or not the groups, that she told me that my locations over here, they can send as a few people there because it's a shelter. Cozy Cats Cafe is a cat shelter.
Oh,
And it's also, you can go there, get coffee, or, some other little cake type things. And she said that in these locations, since they're, doing some amazing things, they can come over and chill out with the cats for like an hour after hours, just a private session. And I was like, well, that's a perk. We never had a perk before. So I think that's pretty cool. And Dan the Mattress Man, I need to point out this. Dan the Mattress Man is like, we already do Toys for Tots. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I don't want to do anything to jeopardize that. I don't have any problems with Toys for Tots. And they're like, no, we have a big store. So one side of the store, we're going to do Toys for Tots. The other side of the store, we're going to do you. And I was like, oh, that works too. And I was like, yeah, let's do that.
which is a great tip for folks out there watching. Never hurts to ask. It never hurts to ask a place, an establishment that's already doing a toy drive, that's already maybe doing Toys for Tots, and you don't have to interfere with that if you don't want to, but it doesn't hurt to ask to say, you know what, would you mind another box?
I don't have
Tell
any
them.
problems with Toys for Tots. I've been, a couple people has reached out to me on Facebook and was like, we want to be, beneficiaries in your toy drive. And I was like, see, we do things a little bit differently. We don't necessarily give out to individual people. We give out to the centers, and then the centers, they handle it from there, be it the, they keep everything in house, or they keep some things in house and they hand out gifts to the kids, over time. But, they handle that. And, so, for these people that are, I want to be, one of your families you take care of. And I says, well, if you're already going to one of these centers, you're getting it. But I totally recommend if you want to be individually recognized that you get a hold of like Central Michigan Toys for Tots, I think it is. Norman would know more than me. Norman works with them a lot.
Mm.
Which his Ecto is up and running. So we're probably also going to be doing Toys for Tots stuff. Norman knows all about that. Norman's the leader. Norman knows what he's doing, and I support him, and I don't have any problems with that. Now, Salvation Army, they've had a little bit of diversity towards me, but right now we're working towards like a resolve on there. Like basically, me and Salvation Army are ignoring each other, and that's fine for now. So, yeah. And I don't want to speak too much about that. Some people know about that, but we just ignore each other for the moment.
It is what it is sometimes. But
yeah.
I'm looking at your photos here. So this is all of the places that you guys have
This
been
is that shelter.
working with.
This is Cozy Cat's Cafe. The positioning was really bad, but if you look between the trees, you can see the name of it on the side of the building.
Yep. And
And there's
here's
that raised
Ray's.
bike shop. They call it City Forest because the City Forest is across the way. This one, and it's an axe throwing place, but it's also escape rooms. And I was just talking to Tim the other day, the co-owner of the nonprofit organization. I was like, we need to get a couple of our team members and just go do this because I've never done an escape room before. And Tim was like, "Yeah, let's do this."
How was it?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
No, I didn't do it yet.
Oh no.
We're focusing on getting this thing started for now. But yeah, we'll probably end up doing that at some point. Well, thanks, Kevin. Yeah. So it's I was talking to them. They seem to be very nice people. I should be talking to them later this weekend when I get my boxes out. Lorna, I just talked to Lorna today. She's going to have the boxes decorated. She's custom making the boxes like, she did with the school supply drive earlier in the year. And Saginaw had I love that picture. I love that picture. I love that picture. But yeah, it's Lorna, she's making some custom boxes. Saginaw had the opportunity for Saginaw Covenant Academy to have like customized boxes in the city of Saginaw for the school supply drive. And Norman was kind of holding on Mount Pleasant because that's where he lives, and he was kind of working with some of the locations there. And I've always tried to reach out to organizations to sponsor boxes, help me with boxes and stuff like that. But I found that it's fine to go to like U-Haul or some other place like that and get some boxes. And with Lorna, she customized them. She painted them up all Ghostbustery with slime and stuff like that. And I was like, I need to do that because those boxes were so cool.
I love that.
But I love that picture. And I told the guy, it's like, thanks for posing for the picture. He was doing his job, and I'm sitting here bothering him trying to get pictures.
And if anybody else needs any box ideas, I'm actually stealing mine from the NYC team. So they have boxes that are in the shape of the firehouse, and so they actually just put like I'm assuming they printed this out, just printed out what like the front of the firehouse would look like, and just glued it or taped it onto the front of their box, and so the entire box looks like the firehouse, with the sides and all that, with the brick and everything else, the windows and all that. So if you want an idea, take one from the NYC group, just print out, different pieces all together of the firehouse, and then paste them or glue them on the box. And there you go. You got a Ghostbuster Firehouse donation box for the holiday season.
Mike, if you're watching, I love that idea.
Right? We could all do it. Somebody, you digital designers know who you are, right? Come up with the PDF or come up with the actual scale of what's a normal Lowe's or Home Depot size box. Come up with all the pages, like have them printed out, it's probably like 20, 30 pages total. And then teams could just print them out and then put them on the box or something like that. There's a computer whiz out there watching right now that can do it, or knows somebody that can do it.
Well, that man is probably that man, woman, they probably already got a file for download on, the internet somewhere right now.
I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, it would be fantastic if we could do that. And then even with the Ghostbuster toy drive, throw the logo on it somewhere. If you need the logo, reach out to me. I'll give it to you. Let's all print out the files for a firehouse looking box. Throw the logo on it. Give it to everybody, and let's make it happen, Captain. I think it'd be fantastic. This is a collective effort with dozens and dozens of groups across the country. And
did Windsor reach out to you?
Say what?
Did Windsor reach out to you?
Who's Windsor?
Robert Middleton and George DeRojas. They're over there in Windsor, Canada. Remember I was saying to you the International Toy Drive?
Yeah, that's right. I think
they're
reach
part
out
of the
to
coalition
Ryan.
now.
Yep.
They're part of the coalition now.
It is now an international toy drive. We are getting some Canada groups. That is right. I think Ryan said there's 2 Canadian groups now, if I'm not mistaken. I believe. So we'll see what happens. Or Windsor's in Europe?
No, Windsor is Canada, just across the bridge from Detroit.
He might have also told me about 1 or 2 European teams trying to get into it as well.
Which ones? Oh,
I don't know.
From the coalition?
Not from the coalition, but just some European teams that might also be participating in the toy drive. So
That's
not only
nice.
different continents now, potentially. We'll see what happens.
Well, I will talk to Robert Middleton and help him out as much as I can. He is part of the team. He attended Midland Mall Comic Con with me last year, and between me, Tim, Danny Holroyd, the leader that was the leader of Ghostbusters, the Great Lakes Ghostbuster Coalition at the time. He stepped down for health reasons now, but we kind of was like, hey, we'd like a Canada group. so they got together and they said, yeah, we'll do it. We love doing events with you. and we got to see them for the Midland Mall Comic Con. They came from Canada all the way up to Midland to do the Midland Mall Comic Con, the whole Ghostbuster theme thing. And we also saw them at Motor City Comic Con. They came out and that we hung out with Ernie Hudson. Ernie Hudson is a really, really cool guy, and it was actually my daughter's birthday, and it was so cool. Like I told Ernie, I says, hey man, this is my daughter's birthday gift. And he looks at her, happy birthday to you. And I was like, oh my God, cool. So yeah, we got to hang out with several of the groups at Motor City Comic Con, and it's Ernie Hudson that brought everybody there. I mean, Ghostbusters Detroit, Eric, he was going to be there regardless, but yeah. But yeah, Ernie, we have 11 locations, 2 Fill the Ecto events. We got 4 centers, and I'm really excited about this. It's the first time we're doing it as a nonprofit organization. And we're trying to do it all big, and we're looking for a goal to make sure that each center gets something. And like I said, My Michigan Health, there's 2 of them. We got BF Autism Center and Game Changers, and we helped Game Changers and BF Autism Center last year. Like BF Autism Center and the My Michigan Health, the 2 centers there, they got the majority of the stuff, and I felt bad. And they were like, no, we still got stuff, so we're cool. And I was like, come on. I want to be, better than that. So I really felt like last year that I should have, and this is, giving a note to anybody doing a toy drive. If you absolutely have a feeling that you should include something from the start, such as Game Changers, do it. Because if you didn't, because I was like going through the toy drive. If we end up having enough, I will, also, surprise, bring in Game Changers as well. And because I did it that way, because Game Changers was at the back of the mine, not the front of the mine, and they ended up getting the least amount out of all of them. Like the other two centers, they got 300 and some gifts each. And I believe Game Changers got like 72. So
Yeah, and
they still got something,
make
but
you feel good
it's a
though.
fraction. But
Yeah.
I felt so bad, and they were like, "No, no, no, we're not worried about it. Everything's cool. We didn't expect to get anything." And I was like, "I'll do better with you this year, I promise."
Well, listen, I always have you on early for all of these, type of toy drives and school drives because you are absolutely the blueprint, and you're one of those teams out there that really goes all out, networks early, establishes like a plan, puts it into action, and executes it, and you have the success that I think a lot of teams are looking for. And so, everybody watching right now, anyone who's interested and doing a toy drive, reach out to as many places as you can. And it's not a massive commitment. Just put a box together, leave it out there. If you have time, go visit that box and wave down people driving by. Tell people about the charities that you guys are collecting for. And I think that is like the very least that a team has to do. And you, every time you collect hundreds and hundreds of toys. And so I think if any team is curious out there, you can reach out to Bob, you can reach out to the Central Michigan team, ask them about what are their strategies, best practices, and all that good stuff. It doesn't have to be an overwhelming activity for teams. I think there's very little commitment. Just do what you can. It doesn't have to be a monthly thing. You can just have a 1 day, fill the ecto, where you go out and you stuff your car full of toys. And if
Mhm.
that's all you can do, it's going to be great. I promise.
Yeah, take us
It-
as a success story. We filled the Ecto the first year 4 different times, and that's all we did. We didn't have boxes. We didn't have all that stuff. We just filled the Ecto 4 different times, and then the weirdest thing is the one day, the first day we did that, all we planned on doing was just handing out flyers. That's all. We didn't plan on getting anything. We weren't planning on having to organize anything. But we ended up getting for 4 different days because the first day we were handing out flyers, letting people know we will be there these other 3 days. And people started handing us gifts that day one. And we were like, what do we do? We didn't prepare for this. And my buddy Tim was like, just take them. Just, we'll start it now. So yeah,
Absolutely.
just starting from there, and my team, for where it has come. Like when I joined Central Michigan Ghostbusters, there was 2 members, so I was number 3, and now we got like 20 some members, and we got people like Lorna, we got Tim, we got Dan. He's another Ecto that we got in the Central Michigan team now. Dan, he's so good about doing things. There's we got those people. Remember, I said in previous streams we have the Sundry Artisan Guild that always helps, and the Creations by Generations. They
Yeah.
are members now.
Hey.
Yeah. So yeah, they're so good at bringing stuff in. They're good at advertising. They're good at talking about this. They're good at all that stuff. And none of this would be possible without having the group to begin with. So Norman, this is all you're doing, dude.
Bravo to Norman.
Yeah.
Bob, I appreciate you coming on, man. Like I mentioned, you're one of the teams that really goes all out, and it shows. And you. I know you don't set high goals for yourself, but I know that you guys are always going to have the success that a lot of teams are looking for. So I appreciate you coming on, man. I cannot wait to see what your team does again this year because you got 11 donation areas now, and you're doing 2 Fill the Ecto drive. So I feel like the sky's the
I'm
limit for you
so
guys,
excited.
and I can't wait, man. We'll have you back on again when your team's all said and done.
Yeah. Well, check out Nathan Dean's toy drive. He's doing that here soon. That's Traverse City, Cherryland Ghostbusters.
Oh, 100%.
I think Ghostbusters Detroit will be doing one soon. The Centerville, they were talking about it. I'm trying to help them do it. And yeah, always
Absolutely.
good things. And
Nathan,
I'm willing to help whoever. So, let's do it.
absolutely. We're doing it. We're doing it now. It's only the 20th of November, and I'm already excited. And it's going to be a massive result for everybody across the country, across the nation.
Mhm.
Bob, I appreciate you again, sir. Have a great night. Send me photos, send me updates, and we'll be talking to you soon, man.
Yep.
That was Bob with the Central Michigan team. I'm gonna get caught up quickly on these comments, and then we have a whole another group to talk to. CJ's in the chat saying, "What up, fam?" Pac-Man, what up, Ghost Heads? Bryce is in the chat saying, "Hey to Pax." Pax is responding back to Bryce. What up, VP? Hashtag Team Terry. You got to do it. And good old Ryan Esmond. We were just talking about you, sir. Cherryland, December 7th. Ryan, if you're still watching, I told Bob about the Firehouse collection box, and now he loves it. So everybody who's watching also said we want like printout files, like PDF files, so we can all have boxes of our own. I know you know somebody who can probably make that happen, sir. So definitely let us know if we can all get ourselves a nice file to print out, and we can just tape those segments of the firehouse onto at least the front of a box. I think that's all like the very least that we need. Front of the box, all the way down, boom, boom, boom. Probably 3 or 4 printouts and have the logo on it as well. I think that'd be amazing. Terry says, let's do some nerd working and make this spooktacular. Absolutely. M. Haburn says, I bust from coast to coast. Active 40. Thank you, Ryan. Absolutely. I already told Bob. I said, Bob's going to get this taken care of right away. Central Michigan needs to get their info on who you're going to call.org so they can put up their toy drive info. They probably have the most, too. They probably have the most. He says, wait till you see what the final product looks like. It's all wood? We still talking about the boxes here? I believe you, but I also don't believe you. All right. Without further ado, we have an entire another team to talk to. Everybody in the chat, say what's up to one of my favorite teams, the Sacramento team. We got Alex, we got Carrie, we got Aaron, and we got Michael. What is up, team?
Hey, how's it going? Great to be back on the show.
Fantastic. Let me make sure I can hear everybody. So I heard Alex. Carrie, how are you?
I'm fine.
Awesome. Aaron, how are you, sir? I love the hat. Okay, I can't hear Aaron. Aaron, work on that a little bit. See if you got a mute button on or something. And then Michael, can we hear you okay?
Oh, yeah. You guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you, Michael. Oh, no. Aaron, work on that. Work on that a little bit. Can't hear you quite yet.
Yeah, we need the golden voice in here.
Aaron, work on the settings. See if you can mess with the settings for the audio and see if it works itself out. If you need to back yourself out and come back, and sometimes that also works. Let's see real quick.
I wonder if he can even hear us.
I think he can. Aaron, can you hear us? Nod your head yes. I guess he can. Ugh. All right. Maybe somebody send Aaron a text. Let him know we can't hear him. And while you guys are doing that, Active 48 says, Ryan, I did the 2 applications. Someone will either get the information to me or he will find out. Ghostbusters Virginia is 20 locations. Good God, man. They got a massive team. They're awesome. Yes, our Firehouse collection box is made out of wood. Are you insane? That is remarkable. Holy cow. He says, I'm always serious. Look at this dude disrupting the library ghost. And Chris Lopez is in the chat saying, "That's my team." What's going on, Chris? Glad that you're here. All right, Aaron, let's try this again. Can you hear us okay? Nothing from Aaron yet. All right. Somebody let Aaron know. I think he already try to restart and maybe see if that'll work out. Let him know. Try and back out and come back in and see if that helps out. And while you're doing that, the Sacramento team, I got a bunch of flyers that you guys put together. So would love for you guys to talk to us about your activities for this year's toy drive. Alex, do you want to start us off and talk to us about where you guys are collecting at, who you're collecting for, and what are your goals for 2024?
Okay, well, the Sacramento Ghostbusters, we are working together with our partner team, the Terror Dog Squad. It's kind of like a community of Ghostbusters that we've decided to work together. Last year together, we all were able to collect over 1,088 toys for Toys for Tots.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was across multiple locations, multiple days. So this year we're doing the same. We're all going out to different locations. We have Toys for Tots because they have that really good relationship with Five Below. And we've done the toy drives at the Five Below locations in the past 2 years. We're doing it again. And some of our team has reached out to other Five Belows in different areas in order to try to expand our collection drive and our reach.
I gotcha. Five Below, has it been a long, you said you guys have a good relationship with them. How long have you guys been working with Five Below in your community?
For about 3 years. Aaron, hopefully the mic's working for him. He's the go-to guy when it comes to our Ghostbuster teams and Five Below and Toys for Tots.
Aaron, can you hear us now? No, it's not working out, I don't think. Did Aaron respond? Did he say if he can hear us or anything?
I text him. I think he was saying that he was having some a bad connectivity on his end.
Oh no. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, it looks like the highest maybe location total is the Capital Ghostbusters in Canada with 29. Wow, that is remarkable. I'm glad to hear that you guys, a lot like the Central Michigan team, have a relationship with the Five Below. And if anybody hasn't already figured it out, Five Below is one of the best places to have a donation box because they have a good sort of variety of items that you can buy. And if you're collecting for like an orphanage or something like that, you can also get clothes. You can get some necessities and or books, and it's all it's all on the cheaper side of things. You're not having to go to a kind of a bigger store. You can actually get a lot for your money, or people will kind of feel better going into a Five Below and getting some because it's also smaller, it's quicker, and it's easier rather than standing in these long Christmas lines at a larger department store. So if you have a Five Below in your area, if you haven't already reached out to them, try it. Let them know who you are, what you're doing, who you're collecting for, and ask them if you can leave a box in their store and come out every now and then to help drum up some awareness for your toy drive. So who are you guys collecting for?
We're
Toys for
collecting
Tots, right?
for Toys for Tots, yeah.
Anybody else outside of Toys for Tots or just Toys for Tots?
I think at this point we're collecting exclusively for Toys for Tots, mainly because we have such a really good relationship. In the last 2 years, some of our team have been able to go to the distribution event, which was really cool because we spent all these days out there collecting toys, and then we get to see the families actually come and collect the toys and pick up the toys, and we get to see directly the impact that all our hard work has done throughout the whole season. So I wasn't able to go last time, but some of our guys did go, and they were like saying it was such an incredible experience. So hopefully I get to be able to go to the distribution event this year, so we can help out all those families, collect the toys, and really get that feeling of the Christmas spirit, right?
You 100%. And also, I need to add, I love that shirt, man. Is that Roosevelt's?
Oh, this one is Middle of Beyond.
Oh, I've not heard of them.
Yeah, I
gotta check them out.
bought a few of them right after Halloween. They had a huge sale.
Smart man, smart man. Michael or Carrie, did either y'all go to the distribution event last year and tell us about that?
Well, I haven't been yet. I'm up in Butte County, and I have joined the Sacramento Ghostbusters because I am a team right now of one. So I haven't been able to get to the toy drives yet.
You're the part that Alex wants to talk about, the Terror Dog Squad. Is that right?
No, we're the Butte County Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay.
Or Butte Busters, and I have some interested people up here. Some are still like too young, to really fully participate. But so far, through Alex and the Sacramento Ghostbusters, I am getting some interest in growing my team.
Ooh, awesome.
Yeah. You can't tell my cat has decided to join the team tonight.
The more the merrier. The more the merrier.
One of the ideas that we've had was to definitely do what we can to help not just our team grow, but other teams grow in the area. Carrie is up north. She has to drive a couple hours to come to events, but she does it. And I feel like we're growing a big community up here. Michael Ferris and Aaron. Seems like his sound's working again.
Hello.
They're part of the Sacramento Ghostbusters, but they are also part of the Terror Dog Squad. Carrie she's a team of one, but she has such an important role on our team because she's a part of our leadership board. So we have her to thank for a lot of really cool behind the scenes work, and I want her to kind of talk a little bit about the Junior Ghostbusters because she had such an amazing idea that we backed her 100%.
Everybody who's watching is about to take out their notepad and their Ghostbuster pen right now and all listen to what Carrie's got to say. Go for it, Carrie.
Well, we have a lot of really dedicated Sacramento Ghostbusters and other divisions that join us for the parades and such. And one thing I notice is that when they bring their kids, the kids are always just so enthusiastic. They're wearing the flight suits and they're participating 100%. And I thought that we should give them some honorary role and have a small subdivision where they can actually feel proud and know that they are a part of us. There it is. There's the patch. So we got together and we thought about it. We created this patch for the Junior SAC GB. And you could see that Alex did the design, and you could see how it's just like the Sacramento Ghostbusters with the golden bridge and the ring in the background, and we replaced it with a little Stay Puft.
I love it. It's amazing. And so what are they doing at the parade? Or you guys have them like on a float or in a car or something, or they're walking with you guys?
They're walking, or they can be in the cars or the ectos, and they're waving and they're fully participating just like the rest of us on the team. All of them in their uniforms, and they just look absolutely adorable. And we're training up the next generation.
Yeah, one of our buddies, Clark, his two kids come full uniform, and I thought it was incredible because he last time we did the holiday parade. He saw the preview for Frozen Empire and then went and bought a jacket and the night before the parade and made it look like a whole Ghostbuster, like the Ghostbuster jackets for the new movie.
Yeah. And Frozen Empire.
Yes.
In one night, he did that.
Yeah, one night he made his kids two jackets just so that one, it was cold, but two, like he was like he's like, oh, I'm gonna go. This is great. I'm gonna go all out and made the jackets for him.
Movie accurate. I don't know. It was just amazing.
I envy people that can do that in like one night. I no even idea where to start. Aaron, it sounds like we can hear you now, man.
Aaron, we could hear you. Say something.
Aaron, say hello. I love your hat.
Oh, hey. And it keeps cutting in and out. If you guys can hear me okay, I'm just going to go over what I can tell you about what we're going to do at Five Below over in Rockland. Thank you.
Please do.
So on the 8th and 9th and 15th and 16th at Five Below in Rockland, we're going to be doing the toy drive for Toys for Tots. The Marines come out and visit with us, and Alex and the Sacramento Ghostbusters, and then the Terror Dogs do it together, and it's just a really great time. We play a little bit of Christmas music in the background, and we encourage people as they're walking in, hey, could you put an extra present in the box for, kids this Christmas so they can have a Christmas as well. And everybody's really generous. I mean, everybody does it. I mean, they all pitch in and everybody's having a good time, and it's high energy, and it's a really positive and good thing, and it brings the community out and together and everything else. So yeah, it's a really great thing. We're doing this every year. This will be the third year we're doing it. So yeah, pretty cool. If you can come on out to Rockland over off of Commons Drive to the Five Below and visit us on those dates. Like I said, it's the 8th and 9th and 15th and 16th of December. Hope you guys could hear all that.
We got it.
Yeah,
all.
we did.
Thank you so much for explaining all that. And then I think lastly, you guys need to talk about the Santa Parade. What's this all about? Let us know.
So that's just the holiday parade that we're going to be doing. We do it every year. As you can see, the families are together. And it's we're using this time to spread the holiday joy and cheer. The Sacramento Ghostbusters has been doing the parade since 2010, since like the year we were established. So happy birthday to us. We're 14. This year we have a lot of friends from different teams coming out. So not only are like the Terror Dogs going to be joining us, we have some representatives from some of our dual members. So one thing I talked about was the community of Ghostbusters. We're collaborating with other teams. So we have friends and close relationships with, a couple different people like the Hollywood Ghostbusters, Mike Surratt. He's an amazing guy. We got to spend time with him over at Halloween Horror Night.
Awesome.
Chris Nance and Northern California Ghostbusters, the guys that make those Spirits Unleashed videos. We have some new members join our team, like Matt with the New York City Ghostbusters. And we have some of our friends that have maybe teams of one, like Carrie with the Butte Busters, and our friends with the Napa County and Solano Ghostbusters, all teams of one that we all share members. So they might have their patch in their region, but to us, they're either a Terror Dog or a Sac Ghostbusters. So we all share the numbers, we all share the team members, we all share the work. And I just want to do a really quick shout out to the Ghostbusters of Davies County in Kentucky. I'm going to be doing it. Yes, I'm doing this because I'm going for the holidays with my wife to visit her dad, my father-in-law. And while I'm going to be in Kentucky, I decided to reach out to a local team. So the Davies County Ghostbusters to do like a meet and greet and a swap. And I think that is a pretty cool thing because I've never been to that part of the country, that state, but there's a group of people that have an interest in something that I love, which is Ghostbusters. And so I'm really looking forward to meeting them.
So cool. Yeah, no, I definitely give them a shout out. Send us some photos. It sounds like it's going to be a great time.
Another part of our toy drive, and Michael Ferris can talk about it, is Fan Expo. He is in charge of this really cool setup that the team's going to be doing over there. And he also made a video. I think I sent you the link to that.
Let me take a look. 1 second. Oh yeah, I do see it. Stand by. All right, so tell
yeah,
tell us again what this video is about.
So the video that I shot, we shot it up at the gentleman that at Mike's house. He's the guy that owns the Ecto Fun, and I decided, hey, let's make use of the Ecto One and make a teaser trailer that, hey, we're going to announce into the Bay Area that the Terror Dogs are coming out from Sacramento and coming out to San Francisco. So thanks to Mr. Haberman, help us out to get us into that. Everybody knows the New York Ghostbusters are big on Comic Cons out there. So we're just trying our handle at that this year. Really cool thing is we're also going to be doing Toys for Tots out there as well too. So we're actually going to have bins out there at the booth. And the nice thing is that just right across the street from the Moscone West is the Metreon building that has a Target right inside. So if people don't find something in the convention, they can just walk across the street and pick something up and just come back and drop it in the bin. So we're going to be special announcement today. We're going to announce it early. We did get Mr. Chris Soriento to do a print for us. So we are going to have a print available exclusively at the event, and proceeds are going to be going to Toys for Tots. We're also going to be doing a slime lab out there. Again, proceeds are going to go to Toys for Tots. So everything we're doing there is really pushing this, Toys for Tots and our charitable contributions to the community. So we're hoping this way San Francisco can kind of see what the Terror Dog Squad and SAC Ghostbusters are too, because we'd have some SAC Ghostbusters members there too as well.
As soon as you figure out, or as soon as Chris has what that print looks like, share it, because I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of folks that are gonna want it.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna do the same thing that New York does. We're gonna go ahead. He told us to do it piece by piece over the next 9 days. So I should be putting that up hopefully tonight.
And right now, here is that video. Let's check it out.
Yeah, I have no audio. Sorry, guys.
You guys hear it okay?
Oh yeah.
This fabulous beast represents the last. We got one! Just a minute. I'm coming.
And let it keep running. There's a little sneaky thing at the end.
Oh my God! Man, where's my flight suit? Man.
I watched that. I watched that at work, and I swear to God, I was drinking some water. I saw that, and as soon as he said, "Where's my flight suit?" I spit it all over my computer.
Yeah, all ad-libbed. Pretty much all of that we shot was all ad-libbed by everybody. It was just I had an idea for different shots, and then one of our members, Mia, she's in film school right now. She's like, "Well, we got to get you in the video." And then Aaron's like, "Yeah, man, like you're hardly in any of our stuff because you're always filming and taking videos." And they're like, "Get in the car, just make something up." So we did 2 different takes. The first one they didn't like because it sounded like I was trapped in the car, like they trapped me in there. And then that second one was the best one.
I love it. It's so good. You guys did an incredible job. That's absolutely fantastic. I actually, and you have a lot of fans in here too. Ryan says, "Excellent." Yeah. Donald Hayes says, "Donald, the Ghostbusters of Davies County, we appreciate your shout and hoping I will be available when you flow through town." Fantastic. It's amazing. Thank you guys so much for showing us that. Also, telling us about what you guys are doing this holiday season, all the work you guys are doing. Cannot wait to see the results you guys show and stuff like that. For more information, you guys are already on the website, whoyougonacall.org?
We have the Rockland sites, and I know some of our other members are still in the works trying to get a few more collection drives in some of their areas. I heard Stockton, maybe somewhere around towards the West Coast, the coastal areas, the Bay Area, possibly. So we're just kind of waiting on the final confirmation. But yeah, we will definitely be posting our locations on Who You Gonna Call.
Fantastic. If you guys are in the area of Sacramento, if you know anybody who is, you got family or friends in the Sacramento area, have them go to whoyougonacall.org so they can find out where they can drop off the donations or send in monetary donations by visiting the Sacramento team on their social media channels. And before you guys leave, I actually have a surprise for you guys and everybody else who's watching the stream. I've been not doing a Ghost Head stream for a while. My media team, we've been so busy with like a lot of events. We just had the biggest convention to ever hit our town last month, and we were doing all kinds of stuff. So it's been a while since I've done a Ghost Head stream, but now that sort of our big events are over and we're doing other things, we're not doing as much anymore. We're doing smaller things. So I'm going to start doing these a lot more often. And it's been even longer since this guy's been on the stream. Welcome back to Ghostheads Radio, my partner in crime, your favorite Ghost Head, Matty B.
Matty! Yeah. Oh my God. Missed you, dude. Where have you been?
He's back together.
I had to unplug. I had to unplug for a little while. But yeah, no, I was excited all the equipment still worked, but it has the half-life for 5,000 years. So we are good to go. But it's good to see you guys. I watched the video. All that stuff was great. I love to see the franchise growing. That's how we built this show. So it's awesome to see you guys there.
That's awesome. It's good to see you back. And if you guys are ever in California, the Sacramento area, hit us up. And this goes out to anybody, any ghost head that's watching the show. If you planning on moving or living in the Northern California area or coming to visit, hit us up, because that's one thing we love to do is get to know you guys, see you guys, meet different people, and dual members, I feel, is kind of like the heart of our team. Just about every single person on our team has a patch that represents another team that they're a part of. So, I want a Sacramento patch next to your team patch. If you're part of another team, let us know, because I'm always down to trade patches too.
I promise you, we're still working on that. We're just looking for a new patch maker, but we're definitely going to get to that. Manowar Gaming's in the chat saying, wanted to stop in and say hello to Michael Ferris. Love you, brother.
Yep,
From
that's my
Manowar
bro.
Gaming.
Love you too, man.
And Pac-Man's in the chat saying, who dis? It's a Maddie B sighting. That's what that is. Maddie, we've talked to the Central Michigan team. We've talked to the Sacramento team. Everybody wants to know. They were asking before you joined the stream. When is Maddie B going to suit up again?
I did. I put it on for the first time in a long time.
How's it fit?
It still fits great. I've actually never washed it since the first day I got it. It doesn't even stink. But Ernie Hudson gave me a nice embrace in it, and I said I was never going to wash it until I got a new one. So
okay, that's a good reason.
That was great.
That's a good reason.
But I did actually kind of have a disappointing interaction in the suit for the first time, and it was odd because this kid came up. I mean, he's maybe 8 or 9 years old, and he was dressed as a Ghostbuster. Was really excited about it. So when I opened the door and I was in my suit, I expected him to be happy and surprised, and he looks down and goes, "Mine sucks." He didn't even take any candy. He just dipped. I was like, "Oh gosh!" But everyone else seemed to like it a lot.
Oh, poor kid.
He lives in my neighborhood. I totally wants to get one put together. I'll show him how he can come. He can come into the cave with you guys, and we can show him the stuff, and I can show you guys how to put it all together. But he was not happy with me.
It's not your fault, man. Oh, poor guy. I can't even imagine. Oh man. You know what you need to do is you need to make sure to hit up Fiesta in April so you can do that 4-mile parade that we did this past Fiesta. Grueling. It was like a Ironman challenge to walk 4 miles with combat boots and a 30-pound HasLab pack with a what's it called a frame on it as well. So yeah, man, that's it was not easy, but it's now we a lot of us can say we did it. We did the entire thing. So I don't recommend it.
One before, but it was a speed run, but I don't remember it being 4 miles. So you guys must have done a different one this year.
This was a different one. Yeah, this was an official Fiesta event. It was a night parade. Thank God it was at night, but it was still like unbearable. You know how South Texas humidity is like. We were huffing and puffing by the end of that thing.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems too with having multiple ectos. Like it's nice and everybody likes it, but it can slow down the pace of the group a little bit too. And then like there's people in front of you moving fast, and everyone's trying to get together. So I'd like to see it. Hopefully a couple of our guys were nice and cool in the car. I bet you were out there huffing and puffing though.
I was. I had to make sure I gave it my all, and it worked out. I survived. It was like a marathon run. I survived the parade.
I don't think I would be able to do that personally, but I know if anybody on our team can do that 4-mile grueling with the pack, it's probably Carrie. She is a military veteran, so thank you for your service. Marines, I believe, right?
Yeah, I was thinking, I've done that in the military with a pack on my back, but I wouldn't want to do that now. If we ever have any parade that long, we're building a float. And everybody can hop on.
Exactly what we said when the parade was over. Next year, we're all getting a float, and we're all jumping on it. But I might still walk. We'll see what happens, though. Awesome. Well, Sacramento team, you guys are always awesome, always welcome. Send us videos or photos from the parade. Send us photos from your toy drive collecting efforts. And again, once you're on there on the site and you guys are collecting, like everybody else who's watching right now, I'm going to put the link out probably on the website on where you can send in your final counts, and that way we can start collecting for everybody. And then Ryan's like gonna build some analytics and stuff. Like once you give Ryan an idea, he kind of runs away with it. So we'll figure out what else Ryan wants to do and add the bells and whistles to everything. But Yeah, we can't wait to kind of put it all together. And this stream is going to be happening probably every week. I don't know if leading up to it or definitely after Thanksgiving is over, then we're definitely going to have weekly streams here and go on from there. So I appreciate you guys being here. Wonderful seeing you guys again and talking to you folks. And we cannot wait. If anybody else needs help with starting their own toy drives, you can look to the Central Michigan team. You could definitely look to the Sacramento team. Also, reach out to the NYC group for more information. Ryan Espin and his Slimer page. Ryan, throw your Slimer page in the chat to make sure people can find you that way. And also, of course, there's probably also a message board or a message link on the whoyougonnacall.org site in case you have any questions there. And feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions on the Ghostheads Radio group page, or you can also reach me on the Countdown City Geeks social media channels. That'll do it for us. Fantastic. It feels great to be back in the holiday spirit, and I actually look forward more to this part about the holidays than I even do like the holidays themselves. Like I love talking to all you guys and on teams and see what they're doing and how much of a difference everyone's making. And it's less about the food and the turkey and the opening presents on Christmas morning. That's always fun, but I really enjoy this more than anything else. Appreciate everybody in the chat. You guys are awesome. Pac-Man says, stay sharp, stay focused, make good decisions. And Ryan's already calculating those analytics. Definitely. That is it. Thank you again, Alex, Michael, Carrie, and Aaron. I need a hat like that, Aaron. I think I can fit one. Just let me know how I can pull that off. And everybody watching, have a great night. We'll see you, if not next week, the week after Thanksgiving. And we're back. We're back, as Ray Stantz would say in Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah, we're back. You guys are back.
The Ghostbusters toy drive is officially underway for 2024. Good luck to everybody out there. And Bryce says, holy cow, I leave the chat for 30 minutes and bam, Maddie B shows up. Thank you, everybody.